One song only.
Drive so hard other people cannot pass me.
I drive so hard other people cannot pass me, but first they gotta catch me. What's pole position for a driver like me? Can you please remind me? Drive so hard, it's stint crazy. Y'all know warnings, they don't phase me. I could get penalty drive through and your part in my mirrors can overtake me. Drive so hard, no tire wear. Undercut me, I'm not scared. Drive so hard, just switch gears. I don't brake, I just lift here. I'm psycho, I'm liable to go Michael. Super quick, not Tyson, not Jordan, Schumacher, but not Mick. Drive so hard, I'm in first spot. Others act like they're bots. Every lap they losing time and my every lap is super hot. Drive so hard, braking late too. I know that I won't lock up too. If you train just like I train, you would be going fast up too. Drive so hard, I'm upgraded. Every contact I evaded. I won't bubble, full throttle. I'm not bothered what they did. Drive so hard, mate, behave. You're not gonna win on this day. Only thing you can do is drive into wall like PK. I drive so hard, other people cannot pass. I'm insane. I'm insane. I'm insane. I drive so hard, other people cannot pass. I'm insane. I'm insane. I'm insane. He said, man, how come you keep getting pole? I said, you just have to train even more. See my results in the time trial mode. It'll show you I deserve to have it all. Drive so hard, I'm insane. Got the pace. Drive so hard, what you doing? Invalidate? Drive so hard, your tire's cold. You're gonna fail. Drive so hard, I drive so hard, I know that I'm gonna just win again. Engineer, pit stop planned, tire change, no issue there. Optimo, I'm on my way. I'm just saying, you people ain't doing right. If you ask me, you should race with more passion like Pierre Gas. I am a race winner, on track I'm a killer. I eat you for dinner, only see you in mirror. You can use all your ears, you can be in my dearest, but you'll never get nearer unless you're on a cheater.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It's
Gets
gross.
the people going.
I drive so hard other people cannot pass me. I drive so hard other people cannot pass me. Win every race is my goal. Don't let me get onto pole. Don't let me get onto pole. Don't let me get onto pole. These other drivers trying, acting like the quality ain't mine. I got fresh tires, not old. All the track sectors I own. Don't let me get onto pole. 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 Racer is in the building. My driving ain't got the ceiling. I'm not about to win it. How I know I got that feeling. You are now watching me go. Don't let me get onto pole. Don't let me get onto pole. I'll definitely get pole. Yeah. Get your ass up and hurrah. We study, baby. 24, baby. I'm a ball, baby. Gonna roll, baby. Show me some.
You can do it, put more fight into it.
I can do it, put more gas into it.
You can do it, put more fight into it.
I can do it, put more gas into it.
Put more fight into it.
Put more gas into it. Tick, tick, boom, keep it driving down these fast streets. Dumping battery, moving like cement fleet. And if you try shit, well then it is on. Into cemetery where in sand you get buried on. We be racing till the day we die. You can ask our relatives if you think we lie. But if you think to drive, better think again. Cause it's not sink or swim, it's either win or win. And it's not me who'll spin, even though I will flourish. Cause I am going for it, I will get victory. And I have no doubt about my route. In the echo crowd, will hear my winners shout. You've been trying but your tires quit. Will I pronounce this shit? Maybe bounce to bits, or you lose run quick. Cause my wear is sick, you got grip for days. Well I got grip for weeks.
Don't stop, get it.
That's real.
Don't stop, you can win it.
I will, I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
You can do it, put more fight into it.
I can put more gas into it.
Put more fight into it.
Put more gas into it. Now all I wanna do is have fun with my truck, but fast ones need to wheel, oh they got some. Tell your friends, tell your cousins, we be buzzing, cooking more than in the oven. This is for the people who love to play. Extra love for the ones throwing assists away. But if you lock your brakes or your traction fails, just make sure you don't collect anyone on your way. Cause your ammo mates and the life is great. We can all have a laugh how in the turn you go straight. In the end this is not really some gangster shit. Here no triggers click, only when batteries lit.
Don't stop, get it, get it.
That's real.
Don't stop, you can win it.
I will, I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
You can do it, put more fight into it.
I can do it, put more gas into it.
You can do it, put more fight into it.
I can do it, put more gas into it.
Put more fight into it.
Put more gas into it. Oh, one, two, three, four. I got the wheel from Fanatec and I rigged the whole set. My TV is full OLED, but that won't make me ahead. I drive like a goat, need to find my remote. Where did it go? Got it, I'm logging on in quali. I am quicker, opponents getting beater. I'm not sure they know what the fuck is kilometer. I got passion in heart, but head with no hair. I got no hacks, I'm beating them fair. Got fine-tune set up and mark in my ear. Got a great start and nobody near. I'm in the lead already with a lot of battery and nothing gonna bring me down. Nothing gonna bring me down. I got first set of hearts if there's safety car. I got optimal wing and I bring home the win. I drive with no doubt, I don't do it for clout. I got great technique, you think I need a lead. I'm in a league already, in wheel to wheel I'm happy and nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Oh, best of all, I've got my friends here. Oh, best of all, I've got my friends here. We might be fine and we'll be alright, and nothing's gonna bring me down.
Hello everyone and welcome to Wheel to Wheel Racing Division 2 in Saudi Arabia. We have 16 people this week, so we're going to have full qualifying. We had a break last weekend, but we're back racing in what is the first street circuit we've had this season. It's going to be a bit weird, but I don't know if it's just me. Yeah, I think it. Oh, no, yeah, it does actually look a little stretched. See what we can do. 1 second. Where are we? Graphics. helps. How's that helps? Yeah, it looks better. Looks awful on my screen, but looks great on yours. Right. Spot on. First out on track we have Nagron. Let's get it set up. So we got a couple of mediums selected. We'll get the track map up. Broadcast view. Off the leader. There we are. Actually. Yeah, right, we'll leave that. So who's going to be first across the line? It's going to be Alpine of Twiggy, followed by who's in the Ferrari, Ellen Boy. Right, we'll run on board with Twiggy as he crosses the start-finish line, coming down the back straight. Got that mode on, into turn 1, down into 3rd gear. You can cut the first corner quite a lot. Got to make sure you don't invalidate on the left-hand side. Going into turn 3. Got to be brave on this circuit. Just got to kind of throw yourself at it and trust that you're clipping every apex, because as soon as you get one corner wrong, it messes up for the next few. But it looks like it's a good first sector from Twiggy as you head into the hairpin. Down into 4th gear. Accelerator on, he's still got quite a lot of ERS left to use. We've got a big long back straight. Difficult corner. Got to make sure you nail this to get a good run down into the back straight. Looks like the Ferrari of Ellen Boy is going to get a toe behind, but it may not help him out into the final corner. They both are on hot laps. It looks like Ellen Boy might have just started that lap just a bit closer. So you will get the DRS wide open. Shouldn't be seeing any fighting on this lap. Ellen Boy should be yielding. Around the final corner, Twiggy will be first across the line. Looks like he's going to have a bit of DRS left with a 132.139, and Ellen Boy goes quicker with a 129.690. Then we're going to have Alfie, he's just starting a lap. Sparko also just starting a lap. We're going to have the 2 Mercedes. Nagron first, who's on the medium tyres. And Nagron do on the mediums. Goes P2, 2 seconds off the pace. Then it's going to be Banyul, who takes P2 from his teammate, 1.3 seconds off the pace. Then we've got Jundy Sunday, who's reserving today, goes P3, with Sparko P2, and Kyle now taking P2. Very close to Ellen Boy. And then we've got the Haas of Duke, who goes P3, just over a tenth off the pace. Then we have the Aston Martin of Bunions, who's just about to start his lap. So we've got Nando Loris coming up to the final corner, also opted for the medium tyres. We'll only lose one driver in this first session. Come up to the straight, goes P5. Then we're going to have the Ferrari of Cayenne, who goes P3. Very close there between your top 3, less than half the time separating. We're going to have Bunions, Harv goes P5 on the medium tyres. Ellen Boy is coming to the pits. Got in the finish line. It's Twiggy coming back in. Who have we not seen that's out on track? We got McLaren of JW Curtis coming across the line, goes P6, goes quicker than his teammate but on the softer tyre. Who else have we got? Bunions across the line? Bunions? Let's see what Bunions is invalidated, so this time will not count. So next will be Ruben, who is on an outlap. Alfie is not going across the start, so I think next across the line. Oh, Twiggy's on an outlap as well. Not sure we've got many on a lap at the minute. The only person on the lap is Alfie. So see what Alfie can do. First race of season 3, sorry. Said he was going to join season 4. It's a skirmish there. Oh! Nearly makes contact with the wall there. The RS open. Heading into what technically the penultimate corner. Might get a nice toe from the McLaren in front. Never might have front wing damage. Yeah, you might have to go again on the medium tyres. Oh well, Emboy retires. How much? Oh no, it's just retired and he's not trimmed it. Alfie is going to cross the line with 3 seconds off the pace, so we need something better than that to improve. Who is going to be next across the line? Any Bunions? Bunions invalidated again, so that's not good to see from him. So, who are we going to have next? I think it's going to be Ruben Scott, and then it's going to be Touch Dairy. Both drivers yet to set a time. Ow. Ruben coming through the Duke retired, so he thinks he's safe for this session. Coming down to the Ruben going down to the penultimate corner. ERS wide open. Got lots of ERS saved for this back straight. Very careful you don't use too much in the first 2 sectors. Ruben's going to put his car around P5 here, if I had to guess. ERS wide open, and he does exactly that. P5 for Ruben Scott. Down to Touch Dairy, who goes P7 on them soft tyres. Touch will not be happy with that, I don't think. Ruben pulls over just in case. One on a lap at the minute. Alfie about to start a lap. Got the Williams and Alpine. Alpine and Twiggy. Not on a lap. I don't think we've got anyone on a lap currently. I think Alfie's going to come in, which means I think Twiggy's going to be the first person to start a lap. Still 9 minutes left of the session. Karen retired, so he thinks he's safe. Like I said, we will only lose one driver this session. The more interesting round will be Q2 and Q3. We're right on board with Twiggy through the tricky first sector. Left-hander down into 4th. Open to 5th and then 6th before you come to the next left-hander. Downshifting into 5. Keeps it in 6. Downshifts there. Careful not to invalidate on the right hand side. Heading into the hairpin. We'll go down into 4th gear. Takes the wide run for a better exit. Gets earlier on the power. Heading to the next corner, which is crucial. Good exit for the next straight. Down into 5th gear. Took that well. Got to keep tight to the wall now. Want to minimise the track distance. Down into 6. So we get up to 5. Goes a bit wide. Doesn't hit the apex. And now you've got to keep left now all the way around. Tight against the wall. Same again, minimising the track distance. It's all about keeping it as tight as possible on this track. Good final corner into 3rd gear. Got to keep left now. Twiggy puts his car P12 with a 1:31.686. We're going to have next across the line. It's going to be Nagrom, who is half a second up. He's opted for the medium tyres again. around the final corner. 20% ERS remaining. Okay, now going to put Mercedes. Oh, he's not improved. He was up half second. Must have missed that. He finished 2/10 up on his final run. What is that driver of Rubens got up to? He's using his ERS, but he is quite a lot down in his time. I'm not sure if he knows he's got ERS on. Still got hot lap on, but he is not going to improve. Oh, he might be on his in lap. Yeah, I think he's on his in lap. BW Curtis left the session. Get back in here. There you are. Invite sent. As Harv in the meantime sets our fastest lap of the session on medium tyres. Great lap from him. While his teammate Bunions is currently on an out lap. Yet to set a time after invalidating. Alfie retired from the session. So he doesn't think he can do much better than that, which Twiggy also retired from the session. So missed what's happened there. So all Bunions has to do is go quicker than a one. I think Twiggy actually been there at some point because he's showing P15 with a 1:31.686, which is faster than Alfie. So maybe that's why Alfie retired. So all Bunions has to do is set a time pretty much, and I presume it will demote Twiggy and kick him out of this session. Who we got? We've got our D2 reigning champion on track today. Couldn't make the D1 race yesterday, so his results won't be classified this week. He is purely and simply just racing for fun. So yeah, if he finishes first, he won't finish first. As it said, he went 2/10 faster then, but he didn't even have his ERS on. I think he's now actually on the lap. Not sure what happened then. Hence turn 3, we're right on board. It's all about being very smooth in this section of the track, which it does look very smooth there. Gets very close to the wall on either side. Rides the curve nicely. Gotta be careful not to invalidate. Bunions in the meantime puts his Aston Martin P10, so that'll see him through into the next round. Really hit the apex there, Dundee. I forgot ERS on that lap. Unlucky, you'll be through anyway. And you save yourself a set of soft tyres. Down into 6. Rides a bit of the curve. Gotta keep left now, trying to stand to that wall. 5 in the session. 3 minutes remaining. I think Jundy is bailing out of this one. I think he'll box his Williams. Oh no, he's not. Not sure what he's doing. He's slowed down anyway. So we're on track. The only other car we're on track with Bunions. So it looks like. See, it's changed again now. I'm not actually sure what this game's doing. Twiggy was last with a 1:31.686, even though he was quicker than Alfie. And now Alfie is last with a 1:42.910 as Curtis is back into the game, which is always good to see. Oh, I think you got the glitch where I'm stuck on the pause menu. Yeah, Twiggy has crashed. But even with Twiggy crashing, it looks like he's going to get through, I think. I'm not actually too sure. There's only a minute remaining in the session. I think Jundi is about to start another lap. You can cut a lot of turn 1 without invalidating. Right on board with the reigning D2 champion, as he is now missing a wheel. Well, you can't park there. I'm not sure that what that does for us, if I'm quite honest. I'm not sure if Twiggy and Jundi go through and can't compete. I'm not sure. If everyone could retire, that would be great. You would save us 20 seconds. Only 3 drivers remaining. None will have time to come out, so yeah, we'll only have 20 minutes remaining in this session. But we'll move on to Q2. We'll see another 5 drivers be eliminated. There is your order. We've got RP1 with a 129.1 almost on medium tyres. LM Boy, 65. Cayenne, Duke, Ruben Scott, Twooge, Curtis, all on the soft tyres. Sparko P9 on the mediums, saved himself a set of softs. Bunions, Nandalori, Spaniel, and Nagrom. And we've lost 3 drivers this round. We've lost Jundi Sunday, Twiggy, both of the DNF, and Alfie, who set the slowest time of the session. So we'll only have 13 for Q2, which means we will lose 3 drivers instead of 5. So that'll be music to the ears to some people. And we'll see first out on track. You guys watching, if you could put your predictions who you think is going to take pole, feel free to. Was halving Q1 with the medium tyres. Curious to see who will take pole, because pole might be quite important in this race. Especially at a street circuit, you don't want to be stuck at the back with not many places to overtake, mainly down the DRS straights. Who is out first? Duke. Also, if you've not already subscribed, please do. We would really appreciate that. Duke, who I think is currently our joint title leader. Let's double check that. Standings. Yep, we've got Duke and Sparko both joint on 65 points, with Tooge Sterry in 3rd place, 7 points behind. Ruben Scott P4 with 23 points behind, and Kyle P5 36 points behind. So a good result for them drivers is a must, as they don't want to fall away too far. Harv, he's a very strong driver, but not had the best of starts this season. P9, 43 points off, so it's definitely not over for him, but he could do with a good race this season. As Duke comes around the final corner, about to start the first lap of Q2. Now go Ruben Scott for pole. It's not a bad shout, that, Cameron. It's not a bad shout. Nagro, my Xbox turned itself off. Turn it back on. Or I can suggest. Why is my thingy off? This game. riding on board with Duke through sector 1. Takes that corner very nicely. Rides a bit of a curb coming through there. That unsettled his car a bit. Overtake mode on for the hairpin. Down into 4th. Nagrama's joined us back. Ooh, down to 4 for this corner. Back up into 5. Overtake mode back on. DRS open. Takes that corner very nicely, rides the curb. Will Duke keep left tight to the wall? This for the first section. Gets a good run into the final corner, braking just after the 100-meter board. 3rd gear, quick upshift to 4th. Short line to the finish line, it goes P1 with a 129.1. Good effort from him. Then we've got LM Boy who's going to cross the line. Can he go quicker? Yes, he can. 129.092. Then we're going to have across the line first. It's going to be Kyle with 129.348. So that's P3. Then we'll have both Aston Martins at Pav 129.375 and Bunyan's for the 137. So you'll want to improve on that. And we've got both McLarens. Sparko has invalidated. Curtis hasn't. Curtis goes P5 or the 129.727. And we're going to have the kick of Tuj Steri, who goes P6 for the 129.858. The Ferrari of Cayenne, who goes P6, takes that P6 off Tuj Steri. Next, going to have Ruben Scott, who is warming up his tyres on the mediums as well. So he'll be looking to try and get through on the medium tyres. Saying he's out on track for Baniel. Nagram is out of the session for some reason. I think the game has screwed him over there, if I'm quite honest. I think that must have been when his Xbox turned itself off. So yeah, Sparkle invalidated. Nando Loris is on a lap. We're getting a nice tow off this Ferrari in front, which might help him out. On to 2nd gear for the final corner. 1 gear lower than expected. DRS open, overtake mode on. Goes P8 with a 130.164. So I think he may need to improve just a couple attempts to try and get through that time. Anyone else on the lap? Oh, we've got Harv, I think. Isn't having a good time. Not sure what's going on here. Sounds like a gearbox problem, or he's run out of fuel. One of them might have missed a front wing. I think he's run out of fuel. Anyway, he's back into the pit safely. Who else have we got? So we've got Ruben Scott coming across the finish line. Oh, goes wide. So I think he's on a 2nd run. He goes quicker with a 130.345 though, which still puts him in the drop zone. It's a nice turn 1. Puts plenty of the corner. Anyone else on the line? Yes, we've got Baniel. So Baniel will cross the line first. Hope he doesn't get impeded from the car in front. Needs to move out the way and doesn't look like he did very well. Not like it could have affected Baniel. May see that in the incident page after. Yeah, Jamie, can you invite me yet? I didn't know you went again. Where does Baniel go? Baniel goes P10. So he'll be looking to improve. Oh, I got joined. Right, we've got Ruben's. Oh no, Ruben isn't on the lap. I thought he was going for another lap. And Loris isn't on the lap. Yeah, he is. got his DRS on. So at the minute, Bunyan's is on an outlap. Banyel's just set that time, but I think he can improve on that. Where he was slightly impeded. Let's say purple sector for Lando Norris, but I think that's a personal best instead of a session best. Nicely there. For the wide exit, you really want to be close on that left-hand side, tight to the wall. Minimalise the time going through there. Keeps it tidy on that penultimate corner. Another purple sector, so it must be another personal best, so he must be improving. Can he challenge Truge and Cayenne for P7 and P6? He's currently 3-4 tenths away, so it's going to need to be something special. And Loris crosses the line. He improves with a 129.910. So he's only half a tenth off to Usteri now. As we're going to have Bunyan's about to start his lap. Sparko about to cross the finish line. Our current championship leader goes P9. Ooh, that's not the best lap for him. We'll have a couple of drivers in trouble here. We are only losing 2. The Haas driver of Ruben is on a lap on the mediums. He is half a second up at the minute, which will put him P9, which will drop Sparko down to P10. And that final corner. So we've got quite a lot of BRS left. Get that overtake mode on. There we go, he's spent now. P5, good luck from Ruben there. Push on the medium tyres as well. Let's check in with Bunions, who's invalidated. Oh, that's not good for him. How long have we got left of this session? Same yellow flag. So, control there. Nando Loris on the lap. No, he's not. He's run out of fuel, that's why we're getting the yellow flag. Marco coming up to him next. He isn't on the lap, so won't be impeding. Ruben's on his in lap. Got Harb on track. Harb is on track. On the medium tyres. So we'll be looking to improve on the P4. Not sure if the P4 was set on the medium tyres. Let's quick through sector 1. Gotta be careful not to ride that curb there on your right hand side. Does bottom the car out and throws you off track. He is 3 tenths up at the minute, so it's same purple sector 1. So at the minute he's on for pole position. P2, in Q2, sorry. Alfie, shame I'm out of quali. Yeah, needed a bit more time there. Yeah, no, we did have a few DNFs, but nevertheless, as we come through sector 2, as we cross the timing line, where is Harv? Harv is lost a bit of time in sector 2, so he's just about a tenth and a half up on his time. He's only got one more corner to try and improve here. Into the final corner. DRS open. Goes P3, so he gains 1 position. Sets a 129.280. We've got Bunions about to cross the finish line. Where can he put his car? Oh, it's much better for Bunions. It's 129.7. It's up to P5. And we're going to have Kyle about to start his lap. We're going to have Usteri also about to start his lap. Have we got anyone on a lap? We've got Ruben Scott. Ellen Boy retired from the session. He's comfortably through. We've got Banyol on outlap. So that means the first person that is going to cross the line is Bunions. Yeah, it's Bunions and then Kyle. So, Bunions... Is Bunions on a lap? No, Bunions is just set a time, isn't he? Yeah, Bunions is just set a time. So it's going to be Kyle. is going to catch up to Bunyan, so hopefully Bunyan's will get out of the way, which he does very nicely. Just in time for the back straight. Back end looks like it's losing it a bit there. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. It looks like it's going to be Harv who is running out of fuel. I hope he doesn't get in the way of Kyle. Yeah, he keeps it nice and wide. Good to see. 6 gear through there. Nice and tight. Looking like a tidy lap here from Kyle. I don't think he'll need it really. I think he'll be comfortably through with a 129.3. I think he'll be safe, but I think he is going to cross the line anyway, which would indicate he is improving. And he is. He goes fastest with a 129.007, so comes to 129 flat. That's the fastest we've seen this session. We've got Two Starey, who is down on his time. I think he's failed on the lap and he's going for another run. Sparko is on an outlap, and Dolores is on an outlap. Banyol is on the lap, so right on board with Banyol. Heading towards the final corner, not got much ERS left. Harbour's retired from the session, so he will be comfortably through with a 129.280. After setting our fastest time in Q1. Deploy used for Banyol. He improves, but not enough. That's a 135.66. Who's next across the line? Onions is 2 tenths up on his time. So he's gone for another run. Another roll of dice. He is half a second away from Harv up in P4, his teammate. So he will need a bit more. Into the final corner. He's on soft tyres. I'm not sure if he's on softs before or mediums. He will improve. He sits at 129.456. Still another 2 tenths off his teammate. We've got the hash of Scott, who's invalidated. We've got Kayam. As the session is now over, the checker flag has been waved. So that is the session over for Ruben, Scott, Daly, Curtis, and Kyle. And Kyan improves, goes P4 with a 129.210. Good luck from him. Two Starey needs a good lap. Pushing up to P7 for the 129.5. Sparko for the 129.489. That's better from him. Which puts Nando, Loris, and Banyol in the bottom two. Banyol is invalidated, so he will be out of this session. Nando, Loris also did not improve, or may have improved just a, no, he didn't improve with a 910. That's his session over. So everyone else is safely through, which includes Bunyan's. Bunyan saves us some time by retiring. Interesting Q2 there. Not many drivers knocked out with Nagrom's issues and a couple of DNF in Q1. But there's your order. Kyle saying the quickest time. Only 3 temps, just less, separating the top 5. It's going to be hard on the medium tyres as well. So it'll be interesting for pole. Don't think Tuj will be happy with P8. I think he can get more out of that. Same with Ruben in P9, but Ruben was on the medium tyres. Curtis getting through with 2 temps to spare as we lose Nandalo, Espanyol and Nagrom this session. As we head into the final session, qualifying, where it all matters. Q3, 12 minutes, set the fastest time. You'll get 2 runs in. Depending on what you've saved, you'll probably get either 2 new runs or a used run and a new run on the final lap. Onions is first out of Q3. So we'll sort this back out as the game seems to reset it every single time. Fastest lap. It looks like we're going to get everyone out on track at the minute. Just Ruben, Kyle, and Harv still in. Harv 3 sets of sauce for race in Q3. Yep. Good job. I don't think you'll need them for the race, but you'll need one set for the race, especially if there's a late safety car. You can jump on them soft tyres. But at least you get 2 new runs in Q3 or 4. Yeah, it's always a benefit trying to get through on the medium tyres if you can. But then at the same time, you don't have a spare set of mediums. So if you ever do need them mediums in the tyres, other people do have that advantage. So you win some, you lose some sometimes. Hopefully we won't see many safety cars this race. It is a street circuit. But that also means there is not much room for error. As Bunions kicks off Q3, heading into turn 1. Cuts a little bit, could probably cut a little bit more just to gain a little bit more time. Heading into turn 3, down to 5th gear. Riding that curve on the exit. Oh, back end kicks out. Oh, that's not going to be a good lap from Bunions now. I think, yeah, he's got his ERS turned off. Luckily not to lose a wheel there, which means the next person to cross the line is going to be Duke. Showing how dangerous it can be here at Jeddah. One mistake can just DNF you instantly, as we saw in the D1 race yesterday. A couple of mistakes from not many drivers, but just individual errors just led to DNF, especially on the exit of turn 3. Duke gets a little bit too much of that curve there. I don't think that'll help him on his run out for me. He takes the nice tight line, keeping close to the wall. Used a lot of his ERS early. Down into 6th. Takes that curve nicely. And this final sector is just all about top speed. How low wings you can run. Before we hit the final corner. Getting a nice run. Looks like he might get a bit far that. Bunions sets the first time with a 135. That won't be quick enough. Duke with a 129.158. I think we will see faster than that this session with True Sterry coming P2 with a 129.415. And we've got both Ferrari drivers. LM Boy goes quickest with first person to hit a 128.8 almost. AW Curtis with a 129.482. Sparko with a 129.726. Who we got next? We got the Haas of Ruben Scott. Deploy is used. Goes P6. P6 and P5 very close there. We've got Bunions. Wrong time to switch to you, my friend. Almost ending the wall. Good catch. Harv has invalidated. So is he going to box or go for another run? He's going to box. Which means next cross the line is going to be Kyle. What can Kyle do to challenge LM Boy at the front? Is it going to be close? I think he's going to be a bit far off. It's a 129.1. So it's a P2 for Kyle. To get effort, he did go quicker in Q2. But that might be on a used run. But LM Boy is a 3/10 buffer at the minute. As we got Bunions, who's down in his time. We've got Duke, who's on his inlet. Got the Ferrari of Cayenne, who's getting a lovely slipstream off his teammate. Great work there in the Scarlet Red Ferrari. Not sure if Ellen Boy's helping him there in that final corner. I actually can't tell. Oh, they're both coming in anyway. Karen yet to somebody takes out the pit board. So I think everyone is now returning to the pits. Sparko's in. Ruben. Yep, Ruben's on his way in. Ran out of petrol. But he's on his way in. So that's everybody's first time. 6 minutes left of the session. So we've got Kyle out on track. Will be on his way in. LM Boy set quickest time at the minute. McLaren's waiting to come in. Cayenne and Harv still yet to set a time. Harv goes out early. Oh, gets a bit squirmish on turn 1 and 2. So I wonder if Harv has fueled for 2 laps. We'll see. If he's only fueled for 1, he's gone out quite early. Unless he invalidates, then he'll have time to dive back into the pits, chuck on a new set of softs, come back out again. But he is the only car we've got out on track at the minute. Oh, no, Kyle's. I think Kyle went for another run. He has passed the start finish line, but I think he has invalidated. So unfortunate there, but he will have time. 5 minutes, yeah, to get back in. See if anybody's sent anything, any news to give you. No, not really. Yeah. Right, we're right on board with Harv. Let's see if we can give us a pole time. Down into 3rd gear. 2nd for the 2nd one, which is interesting. No extra rotation. Down to 4th for turn 3. That's where a lot of people were crashing out yesterday, taking too much of that wall. Ooh, gets a bit of a clip there and settles his car. He's actually invalidated. Oh, and he's round. But he saves it. And he's got no oncoming traffic. So I think he'll be alright. Question is, has he enough fuel in the car to go for another run? Because we've only 3 minutes. It'll be touch and go for him to get back to the pits and in and out. We will find out, which means the next driver is going to start lap is going to be Tuj Steri with the staked F1 team, the neon green. Got Bunyan's following in behind. Let's see if he can improve on a 129.4. We'll be looking to get on the front row or at least top 3. But he does have some stiff competition this weekend. This is the corner that's causing drivers trouble in the race. So we've got Hash driver up in front, hopefully doesn't get in the way. Might get a nice toe down this straight. Careful not to invalidate. What will he pass the sector 1 line with? He's 2 tenths up on his time. Which at the minute will put him fighting for P3. Hope the Hash driver in front isn't an AI. Moves over nicely. Down into 5th gear. Sneak from Tuj. The RS open, he's taking a nice line, short route. Comes wide, it's very nice corner that. Comes wide, takes the curve very nicely. Using all that ERS, I think next across the line we're going to have Bunyan's. Straight after Tuj. We might pick up a nice little toe down this final corner. Working through Steri put his Fantastic F1 car. It's on the front row. It's 129.047. It's a good effort from Twooge. Bunions sets a P1. Where's he pulled that from? Then we've got the Hash driver of Ruben, who's going to start a lap. We've got the Ferrari Cayenne, who's just starting his lap. Sparko's yet to start a lap. The Ferrari of LM Boy, also on an out lap. We've got Kyle on an out lap. What a lap from Bunions. Not sure where he's pulled that from. He's kept that hidden all session. But he's currently got provisional pole by half a tenth. We have the Hash driver of Duke. Duke's on an out lap. Which means who's the McLaren? Yep, so we got that going to be Harv. Yeah, Harv's the first one round. He's on an out lap. Which means the first person that is actually went across the line is going to be Ruben Scott. Only 30 seconds left of the session, so that means anyone out on track now will be on their final lap. Nobody will have time to for an extra run after this. So Ruben Scott coming up to the final corner. He's got a lot of ERS left, so he might be. No, he's not going to have enough time. He's got no ERS on. That's his session over. So Ruben dives into the pits. That will be P8 for him. Cayenne is invalidated, so that will be his session over. Who else have we got? Is that the Ferrari of LM Boy? Yes, it is. Bunions, that's his session over, so he takes provisional pole as it stands. Can LM Boy do anything about it in the Ferrari? Yes, he can. He goes with a 128.631, beats it by 1/10. Then we've got Kyle, who goes P4, skidding over the line. Then we've got Twitch Sterry, who dives into the pits. He is down on his time. Then we've got Duke, who's 4 temps up, goes P3, knocks Twitch down to P4. Makes it the third driver to hit the 128s. We have the McLaren of JW Curtis, who was 4 temps up on his time. Is he going to be able to rival Kyle in P5? Yes, he is. And Sterry in P4. In P5, he's jumped up to P4. What a great lap from him. 129 flat. Harv is going to be our last driver to cross the line. And it's going to be his only lap that's going to count in this session. Where can he put his Aston Martin? Cayenne was yet to set a lap. Harv puts his Aston Martin. Where has Harv put his Aston Martin? We won't know. P9. So, unfortunate for him, but what a lap from Bunions. I'm not sure where he's pulled that from. LM Boy went and picked it by an extra 10th in his Ferrari, so that's a great lap from him. Duke, 10th and a half off the pace. Current joint championship leader. JW Curtis with a very good lap towards the end. Picked Sterry and Kyle, who I don't think them two will be happy with P5 and P6 in the middle of the pack. Sorry, the middle of Q3. Sparko, our joint championship leader in P7. Ruben P8, Harv P9, and Cayenne, who didn't set a time in P10. Husky, yep, you are the fastest lap of this weekend. Somebody might have gone faster if they didn't park their car on the final corner, but I guess we'll never know. Hopefully nobody readies up, but that was a good qualifying session. Congratulations to LM Boy, who will take a point for getting pole position. Yeah, Cayenne's only had two laps invalidated. Surprises happen. I think Husky is currently definitely wasn't intentional. It was. All right, I'll let you take your 26 points. Congratulations on the win yesterday. You're only 2/10 off, rounding off a perfect weekend. Predictions for the race win down below. I'll wait for everybody to apply the setups. Hoping for a clean race, not many safety cars. I think safety cars are kind of inevitable here at Jeddah, but it is a tight circuit and it's our first street circuit ever at Wheel to Wheel Racing. It was a community vote, so it was one of 4 tracks that was given. It was voted by you guys, so you are the reason this is on the calendar. We do have Singapore also on the calendar, so that'll be our second street race. Oh no, our first street race was Baku, actually. I think we have Jundy Sunday to thank for that. I don't think we ever had a decent Baku race because of that castle section in Sector 2. Thank you guys for not readying up. Just gives time for everyone to nip to the toilet, grab a drink, any setup changes, anything you need to do for the race. Yeah, saying to ready up at 27 past, which is in 65 seconds. What are your predictions? Are you happy with P9 also, Quali? Seen you had a couple of spins. Looks like them new soft tyres didn't help in the end. As we're about 30 seconds away from getting underway. No, I bottle. Right in the middle of the pack they have. In P9, Eric and Liam P1, Kyle P2, Tuj P3. Interesting. Duke and Sparko, both our championship leaders. I think this race may come down to track limits as well as it did in the D1 race, because if there's any late safety cars, it groups the back up together, so 3 seconds could easily knock you down from P1 to P5. So we should be getting underway any second now. Here we are, D2 Jeddah street race, 5 red lights, and away we go. Liam in pole position gets a good start. Duke gets an even better start. Who's fighting for P1? Takes the inside line. Ellen Boy goes off track. Looks like Duke is going to take the lead of this race. It looks like it's a clean lap 1. Everybody getting through unscathed. Oh, I saw a bit of wing flying there on turn 3. Not sure if anybody caught that. Ellen Boy goes wide again. It's not a great start for him. That'll already be 1 track warning. Jundy Sunday off the track there. Down into P13. There are your possible race strategies. So it's looking like a medium hard race. Duke has opted for the soft tyres. So it explains the reason why he got such a good start. Baniel not having the best start down in P16. There will be no DRS for 1 lap. See any moves? All bunched up very nicely. We're going to see a move here from Nagrom. Opting to go down the inside. Very silly place to dive there. Do not dive there. Ian also hanging on behind. Nagrom. Not sure you know if he's there. Nagrom inside line. Kyan on the outside. He's going to get a better exit. Oh, Nagrom touches. Hits the wall there. I've seen a bit of flailing wing at the back. That is Nagrom, who's lost his front wing completely, and Baniel. Both Mercedes going to have to double stack here. and both going to need a front wing, so there's not a good start for the Mercedes team. Let's have a look at our winners and losers and what tyres everyone is on. Turn that off. So we've got Duke, Harv, and Sparko on the soft tyres. Everybody else on the mediums, bar Jundy Sunday. Kyle gets our first 3 seconds of this evening. Harv up 4 positions, great start from him, up into P5. Duke, main start from him, quick P1 before turn 2. Jundy Sunday, Twiggy, and Alfie all gaining 2 positions. So we're going to see any moves down the DRS straight. We're all still bunched up quite tightly. Alfie gets 3 seconds, only on lap 2. I've gone wide there. So we're not going to see any moves just yet. Ellen Boy's all over the back of Duke. Is he going to go up the inside? Yes, he is. Both drivers giving each other room. Ellen Boy's going to get DRS down the back straight. Will we see moving to turn 1? Bunions is also looking like he wants a piece of the action. With a bit of touching. Not sure what's happened to Duke there. Missed that. He's lost his front wing. It looks like we've got a virtual safety car. It looks like Bunions, LM Boy, and Duke were all heading into turn 1. And I heard a bang, but I'm not sure what happened. And the next thing, Duke is missing his front wing, so that is not a good start to the race for him. He's going to have to box. I think he'll just hope that this virtual safety car hangs on until he can get to the pits. Not a good start from Kyle, down into P8 with a 3-second time penalty. Will gain a position when Duke does pit though. Yeah, he's got his full front wing missing. Oh, we've got a couple of drive-throughs. The virtual safety car has ended. Let's have a look at these drive-throughs. It's Kyan and Nando Loris. Yeah, Duke's having to skip corners because he's not going to be able to make them. It's unfortunate for our championship leader. But we move on. LM Boy and Bunions battling out for P1 and P2. Curtis got himself up to P3, but he does have a 2-second gap now. He won't have DRS. Excuse me. Who just passed Duke. And soon to be Sparko as well. I think he's just trying to keep himself out of trouble, which is the wise thing to do. No point in fighting this. Needs to get himself over to the left now while he can to get into the pits. Oh, got a bit of battling at the back between Kyan and Nando Loris. That's LM Boy and Bunions battling out for P1 and P2. Kyan gets 10-second penalty for spinning in the pit lane. So his evening goes from bad to worse, as he, I'm guessing, was trying to serve that drive-through. Both of these top 2 are medium tyres. A couple of drivers in the pits now. Nando Loris. Got a little battle going on here between Nando Loris, Jundy Sunday. Kyan down the inside. Oh, touches the back of Jundy. Not sure if he has got front wing damage there. Might have lost an end plate. As you can see when the camera decides to change. Now still got both end plates. Down the inside goes Kyan. Both drivers side by side. Kyan looks like he's going to come out on top. Yes, he does. Jundy Sunday wisely yields. Bunions is now took the lead of this race before the final corner. But LM Boy might have just let that happen, knowing he's going to get DRS down this back straight. As he looks like he's going to try and make this pass into turn 1. Which he does. Bunions concedes the position. Harv up into P3. Or is he? Curtis battling back. It's a great start from Harv on them soft tyres. He's really making the most of it. They will start to drop off very soon though, probably around lap 7. I had to guess. Nice little group of cars all the way down to P8. And we've got Twiggy running a lonely race down in P9, but it's a good start from him considering where he started. Ooh. It's getting very bump and grind back there. Seeing the three drivers. It's a long race. You don't have to be fighting in silly positions. And we've seen Nando Loris try to make a move into the hairpin. I think he's going to be a bit too far back. As we'll cut to the front, as in the meantime, Harvard's lost a couple of places. JW Curtis and Twooger's both overtaken him. And it looks like Kyle is going to be the next person. Has he got damage? No, he's not got damage. Harvard's lost 3 places within 1 lap. Look at this DRS train we've got going on here. JW Curtis leading it at the minute. He's going to be susceptible to a few drivers. Looks like it's just Twooge that's going to pass. Kyle goes down the inside. Harv looking to take the inside line of turn 2. He's going to get the better exit. Alfie gets another 3-second time penalty. Kyle makes the move done. As we've still got all 16 drivers running. Things you'd love to see. Fuji's now at the front of this DRS train, 2.5 seconds off the lead. They'll be looking to close that down. With Ellen Boy and Bunions battling at the front, that'll probably help. As Ruben and Harv battling it out. It's coming into the braking zone. Harv wisely backed out. Ruben remains P7. Not sure what's happened to Harv. I'm guessing that. Oh, is he missing an end plate there? Missing an end plate. That's his issue at the minute. I think he's going to have to box there, especially on them soft tyres. Whether he'll go for a hard soft or a hard medium, or sorry, a medium soft, I've no idea. We shall see. As Bunyan starts lap 7 in P1, Ellen Boy looking to go up the inside, gets that move done. So does JW Curtis. And Ruben Scott slides himself into P6. Any other battles on track? Let's have a look at tyres. So yeah, Sparkle and Harv down in P7 and P8, both on the soft tyres. Jundy Sunday must have boxed in the meantime. They did start on the hard tyres, so I'm not sure if he had damage. 3 drivers with penalties at the minute. Kyle with 3 seconds, Kyan with 10, being in the pit lane, and Alfie was 6 with track limit warnings. Duke down 10 positions. Look like we'll see that in the incident page as he's caught to the back of Nando Loris. Let's cut to the front with Tuj Sterry, who is all over the back of JW Curtis, coming to the final corner. Will he hang off on an overtake? Excuse me. He thinks about it, but no, he backs out. Kyan gets another 3 seconds, so that takes him to 13 seconds. I see a move for any of the drivers up front. Ellenberg goes for a late one down the inside, touches the back of Bunions, who gets a 3-second time penalty. We may see that in the incidents page. He will need his race director. JW Curtis stays P3, Tushterry P4. Alpha gets another 3 seconds. Harv's still braving it on that. Oh, is he drifted through to turn 4 and 5? I think he might need a new set of boots on. Oh, Ruben Scott gets 3 seconds. Oh, Kyle and Ruben both 3 seconds. That gap at the front still remains 2.5, 3 seconds. Just seeing some. In the meantime, Duke has passed Nando Loris and is catching up to his good friend Kyan. See if he puts up much of an effort as Twooge makes a pass on Curtis. Both drivers keeping it very clean. Curtis doing very well here at Jeddah. Both battling out that final podium position at the minute. They are losing time to the leaders though. Oh, as Kyle looks like he's getting in on this. Both drivers had DRS. Not sure who's going to have DRS down this back straight. I think it's going to be Twooge and Kyle. Twooge doesn't get the best exit. Yeah, it is going to be Twooge and Kyle. Kyle goes down the inside. Gets that move done from P5 to P3 in one straight. Got Sparkle in the pits for a new front wing. And is that the hard tyres? That is the hard tyres. So Juki's got pressure from Nando Loris at the minute. Still yet to overtake Cayenne for P9 and P10. Juki's on the new set of mediums. Got any more moves on track at the minute? Nice battle for this final podium position. I think these guys need to all work together to try and push for P1 and P2. Johnny Sunday's all over the back of Nando Loris as we come into the hairpin. Oh, we've got a virtual safety car. Sure why. Oh, Alfie is missing his full front wing, so I'm guessing that is it. As we're going to see some activity in the pit lane now. Bunyan's, Ellen Boy, Kyle, Curtis, Twooge, all in the pits. Ruben, Harv. Will Harv get held up by Bunyan's? I don't think so. Making sure he doesn't go over that pit limiter. No, he's fine. Both the other Aston Martins in. Twiggy is opting to stay out. Interesting. I think there would have been a good time to pit for the people that have not already pitted. So that now puts Twiggy up into P3. Oh, Ellen Boy has a drive-through penalty. And do I see Bunions? Oh, the top two have got a drive-through. Oh, wow, what was that? Sorry, I saw a car stop them. Did I? Yes, it's Alfie who's DNF'd. Whether that was for the virtual safety car or not, I am unsure what has just happened. But the top two both getting drive-through penalties. This makes this race a lot more interesting. As Kyle is technically now our provisional leader. What has everybody opted for in terms of tyres? It is the hard tyres for the guys that pitted. Jundy was also one of them that pitted on the medium tyres. So he's on a good strategy, but he is 20 seconds off the pace at the minute. So I think he'll need another safety car to bring himself back in there. That gap to the front has been reduced to 2 seconds now with that virtual safety car. And Curtis has now took P3. She's going to be short-lived as Curtis loses that to Kyle, who is now P3, but he won't have DRS down this back straight. Riding ball between you will get a great view of this. Curtis chooses the outside, Kyle with the inside, defenceless at the minute. Twooge has to stay behind, down in P4. So it looks like LM Boy's gone in early, which is probably out of buys, just because if you go in early and then there's a safety car, you're technically saved, but if it's a safety car now, Bunions wouldn't have served it. Plus, LM Boy boxing now takes the DRS away from Bunions, which will slow him down. Scan overtakes Twiggy as Twiggy goes off track. Second driver over there as Twiggy now regains that position. Legal or not, I am unsure. So we got a few people not paid yet, so we'll see how that pans out. But at the minute, our net leader is going to be JW Curtis. He's running a great race so far, no time penalties. Same as Twooge, which is something you don't see often. Twooge with no time penalties, but we still have 14 laps of racing. I'm still not convinced this aspect ratio is right. Let me double check it quick. Honestly, that's bad. Let's have a look at the stream. Oh, we've got two hash drivers joining in now. Oh, Kyle goes off wide. Curtis stays up in P3. I think that was fair, I can't tell. 16 by 9. I did that, but it didn't look right. I think it's because I started my game in widescreen and had to change it while I was, it's not best for streaming. I got 16 by 9. Look at that. Curtis is back into P2. We've seen a right scrap here for down to P6. Ooh. Massive Duke back in the race. He's caught up massively, but the guys in front will have new sets of tyres, and I think will go to the end of the race. Whereas I think Duke will struggle. Duke overtakes his teammate of Ruben Scott. He's on the medium, Rubenson on the hard. Ruben does have 3 seconds. As we see him move from Tushtere, who goes P1 after Onions is now boxed for his drive-through penalty. As Twiggy gets 10 seconds. Not good for him. So we now have 5 people all batting it out for the podium positions, as Ruben has been overtaken by his teammate once again. Didn't get a good exit there. Will we see him move down into the hairpin? Overtake mode is on. And at the inside line, forcing his teammate wide. There is a bit of wheel tapping as Bunions and Ellen Boy both get 3 seconds. Ruben backs out. Duke goes into P4. Tuge almost within 1 second gap, which could be crucial here at Jeddah. As without DRS, you'll struggle, as we will see soon. And into this final corner, as JW Curtis will get DRS. Have overtaken Cayenne of P6 and P7. As looks like it's going to be roles reversed. Cayenne flies fast without DRS. Both Hash drivers battling it out again. P4 and P5. Probably one of our strongest teams on the grid. Haas this year in D2 as he retakes that position. As we have no difference for the top 2, top 3 even. Duchsteria and Curtis both running a good race at the minute with no time penalties. Same as Duke after that incident he had earlier. Harv is still definitely in this race. Has he boxed? Yeah, he's boxing medium, so he will have to box again, I think. He could go 15 laps. They won't feel great though. Excuse me. We'll cut back to this top 5 battle once more. Twooge leading this race. Lap 14, another 11 more laps to go. Twooge, I think, yet to win a race this season. Was picked as the favourite, as Twiggy gets another 3 seconds. Was picked as the favourite at the beginning of the season to be champion, as he came second to Jundy Sunday of last season. Let's check our race results. Now, so Twooge, best finishes P2, which is the last race in Portugal. Prior to that, he had 2 third-place finishes. JW Curtis looks like he's going to make a move. So does Kyle. Twooge may go. Oh, Twooge is fighting it. Kyle cuts a lot of turn 1. That's going to get him a warning there. But Twooge stays in P2, which I don't think he'll mind. Curtis back racing since Australia. As Nagrom's retired, is that going to cause a safety car? Yes, it is. Wow, this is going to be interesting. Are we going to see some movement in the pits? It's an awkward number of laps remaining. 10 laps. Couldn't tell you if the mediums or softs are better here. I want to say softs with lighter fuel, but it'll be interesting what the drivers do up front. If Cayenne pits, that will not be good news for LM Boy. Cayenne will have 10 seconds to serve, and he is less than 10 seconds behind. Twiggy gets a drive-through penalty after speeding under the full safety car, so his evening goes from bad to worse. Spaniel pits after getting his 10 seconds, so we're soon going to see what this will do to the leaders of the race. This probably isn't good news for Kyle and Ruben, who both have time penalties. Like I said, it won't be good for LM Boy, who he may. It depends if he knows. If he can think far enough ahead that he knows that Cayenne is gonna. Well, it looks like he's. Oh, it's Duke who's got 10 seconds and speed in the pit lane. That is not what you need under this safety car. All the top 5 have pitted. Make that top 6 and 7. Yep, LM Boy is backing up the pack. So we'll see what I said about that later on. Sparkle Bunions, yeah, looks like everyone is pitting. Nando Loris stays out, that's not the right thing. Twiggy boxes. Jundy is already boxed and Banyal is already boxed. So let's see what everybody's tyres are on. Ooh, mix. Curtis has gone for the softs. Banyal gets another 3 seconds into the safety car. So Curtis has gone for the softs. Tude and Kyle both on the mediums. Ruben and Harv on the soft tyres. I want to know what you think of his performance. Yeah, good start. He had a very good start, and it looked like he had front wing end plate damage, which I think he probably should have pitted a little bit sooner. But nonetheless, carried on. But yeah, open to P5 after starting P9, I think. I know he's got fresh soft on because he said he had 4 sets. We'll just see if softer mediums is the right call here. I know this comes down to the guys that use the mediums in qualifying. They won't have that spare set. Now Graham did what George did in Singapore last year, hit the inside wall and then went clean into the barrier. Yeah, to be fair, only the second DNF for this round and our first full safety car, to be fair. It's been a good performance so far, touch wood. Won't jinx it too soon. We're going to see at least another lap of the safety car. Kyle is saying that softs are going to be cut. Harbour is saying they lost around 10 laps, and with the safety car, there's only going to be about 7 laps left. Yep, good point, but to be fair, I don't know what the softs are like. Yeah, it's mainly just talk about the choice of tyres. Opinions on Liam's performance. It was him and Bunyan's a great start. Had a 3-second gap on the rest of the guys down to P3. Was both just pulling each other along, and then it just went downhill when they both got drive-through penalties. Excuse me, it's happened to the best of us, but yeah, it's kind of ruined both their races. And then back in the pack up so he could box. I mean, I think everyone pitted anyway, but if they didn't, then they could have gained some positions. But we'll review it after the race. But from P1 to P10, I don't think he'll be happy. Same with Bunyan's down to P11. Both have more time penalties as well, I think. Yeah, Lamboy has 3, Bunyan's has 6. Twiggy has a drive-through still to serve. So, safety car is in this lap. So the safety car will begin to pull away. JW Curtis will get this race back underway. I imagine he'll want to go as late as possible, with it being a long back straight. He won't want to any moves done into turn 1. Warming up them tyres. As Bunyan's hits a 10-second time penalty for quote-unquote severe collision with Ellen Boy. We've seen that before. As Curtis gets us underway, bit of wheel spin, but I think he caught Tuj off guard a little bit there. He certainly caught some of the people at the back off guard, Nando Loris being one of them. It's already a second adrift. Twiggy comes in to serve his drive-through, but I don't actually know if you can. I swear I've done this once. It's still saying safety car for me, but there is no safety car, so yeah, it's letting him serve his drive-through. That's gone. Curtis, the leader of this race by 6/10. Both him and Tuj have no time penalties. Harv with no time penalties so far, which is a rare sight from him. We're going to see him move into the hairpin. No, we're not. Dundee Sunday making a move on Bunyan's. Brings him up into P11. He won't be counted, so it's just a bit of fun for him. It's very close at the top. And we've got a gap down from P7 of 2 seconds of Nando Loris. As he is fighting away with Cayenne, who's had a good recovery race. Bit of smoke there. After, I think he got a drive-through. And then 10 seconds added onto that. Harb up into P4. He's got both the Hasses on his tail though. And into the final corner. We've got Ruben diving up the inside. Harb on the outside. Duke lurking behind. Both burning the DRS. Still no DRS enabled. Is Duke going to be able to overtake Harb? Goes around the outside. Yes, he is. Duke up into P4. Duke does have 10 seconds though. That is going to punish him for speeding in the pit lane. Curtis still up front by half a second. Harb up in P5 currently is in a podium position at the minute with time penalties up ahead. As Duke gets another 3 seconds. Oh, that's not good for him. That's going to demote him quite far. As Bunyan's DNF'd, we're going to see another safety car. as I'm not sure whereabouts that is. It's coming up to the hairpin. So from Twiggy's point of view, he looks like he has either come left here and got on this left-hand curb, or on the exit of here, he's hit the right-hand curb and span off. That's roughly where he's DNF'd. So it looks like we're going to get one more safety car, and this will be our final safety car. Only the second of the session. I think, I'm not sure if this is good news or bad news for the soft tyres. Because the mediums will, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure how long these softs can last. We're about to find out anyway. I don't remember seeing any action in the pit lane. Oh yes we are. Duke, I think, is going to serve his 10-second time penalty, which is probably wise. Seeing more action in the pit lane. Jundy retired from the session, as he wasn't getting counted anyway. LM Boy is having a front wing change, so we're going to see some fresh soft tyres here. I think there's... Has it worked well for Duke? Onion says him and Ellen Boy have been scammed with a drive-through. Not sure how, but I'm sure we'll find out. Harv says Tweed and Curtis, please collide. I think Onions and Jundy Sunday had it coming together. I think that's what happened. That's the information I'm getting anyway. Let's check out our... So the top 8 drivers are on 4 or 5 lap tyres. There are your time penalties. So it looks like the safety car may be in this lap. We'll see. Five laps remaining. Let us know who you think is going to win this race. I think our favourites at the minute are going to be Curtis or Twooge, but Harv definitely still up there, especially without a time penalty. But anything can happen. I would check, see what. Tell you what, if the safety car isn't in this lap, we'll check what they're on. Just in case I get stuck. Right, the safety car is not in this lap, so let's go into race director. View lap times. So Curtis had one warning. Curtis had one warning. Swooge has 2 warnings, both on lap 1. So he is 1 away from a 3-second time penalty. Who else have? Harv has had, says 2 warnings, but they could be collision warnings. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye out for. Same for Twooge as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting what we're going to have. I'm going to restart on 22. We'll have 22, 23. 4 laps of racing. 3 laps with DRS. Like I said, this will be our last safety car. I won't see any more after this. All drivers are now grouped up together. I think Duke and LM Boy will be wanting to get some overtakes done, as everyone here will now score points, as we've only got 12 drivers remaining. We've lost Alfie with DNF, Nagram who also DNF, Bunions and Jundy Sunday, who I think had a bit of coming together, but Jundy retired in the pit lane. Sparko, another driver not to get any time penalties, who, considering if he can keep with the front of this pack, he may be on for a P4 here. Kyan, Ruben and Kyle all have time penalties. Safety car is in this lap. So we will get back under racing. Daniel has 13 seconds, so I think he'll be demoted to the back of the grid. Nando Loris still no time penalties as well. So he's running a great race from him. Let's have a look at the statistics. Division 2 stats, race results. Nando Loris. His best finish is P8 at the minute, so he won't be far off that. As we'll cut back to the front of the grid. As it looks like Curtis goes early to try and catch Tuj off guard, but looks like Tuj was wise to it. I think he's too far back, but Harv isn't. We're going to see a move from Harv into turn 1. Thought about it. He did think about it. What's going on further down the back of the grid? Everyone getting through unscathed. Ellen Boy took another 3 seconds. It does say safety car, but we don't have a safety car out at the minute. It's just EA Sports. Kyle gets another 3 seconds. That is not good for him. And he goes off wide again. That is going to put him down quite far. Kyle's still yet to win a race here in Division 2. His best finish is P5. I think that is going to put him further down than P5. Maybe P5, we'll see. And then the lead he can pull out up front. Tweed is all over the back of Curtis now. Both drivers yet to have a win of this season. Curtis' best position is P4. So we're going to see some good racing on these final few laps. Arv all over the back of Kyle on them new soft tyres. Truge down the inside. Curtis down the outside. Curtis is going to get the better run. But Kyle looks like he's going to jump in on this. And we're going to go 3 wide. We're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Curtis looks like he's going to get pinched. Curtis still coming out in P3. Tuj out in P1. Harv looking to capitalise. Stays down in P4. Kyle with that 6 seconds, so that is going to be good news for True Stereo. We're looking to try and eke out a bit of a gap now as Kyle gets another 3 seconds. That's 9 seconds for him now. That is going to demote him quite far down, maybe if not towards the back of the grid. So his race started off well, but it's slowly, with time penalties, just gone further and further back. I have plenty of experience of that, don't you worry. Still have 12 drivers running this race. Duke up to P11. He will get promoted up to P9, I think, at the minute, with time penalties. As Kyan gets a move done onto Ruben. Ooh, both drivers getting alongside. I think that compromised Ruben's exit, which has left him with Sparko alongside, who gets that move done before the final corner. Kyle now takes the lead of this race. Oh, Truge and Curtis touching as Truge and Curtis both going through. Truge down the outside, Curtis down the inside. It's great racing between them two at the front. Harv down into P4. This is going to affect his race a little bit. He's not going to be able to pressure Truge or Curtis. Spark up to P6, sorry. Nandaloris up to P7, Duke up to P8. Duke with a good recovery drive after losing that front wing and gaining 10 seconds. Kyle down the outside. Kyle does have 9 seconds here, so hopefully it won't interfere with the front two as much. Chooses to back out there sensibly. One of the last few laps of this race we're going to have here in Jeddah under the lights. Truge with DRS open. Is he going to make a move? Curtis is flashing. Oh, he gets the move done, but Curtis going for the switchback. He's not going to have a good exit here, Twooge. Could he lose 2 positions as both drivers have DRS? And that means Twooge will have DRS down the back straight. Curtis is stayed behind. He gets a tap from Kyle. And that has put Kyle from P3 down into P5. So DRS checking or just putting none on the ERS, can't tell us. Curtis now takes the lead of this race on the final lap. Harv up into P3. Kyle around the outside, forcing Harv towards the barrier. Harv stays in P4, Kyle up into P3. Toon and Curtis, Sparko and Kyan battling out. Sparko's off track. Duke up to P7. Manuel up into P8. It looks like it cost Kyan. Cut back to the front. Oh, as Twooge gets 3 seconds, that's his race over. That is the lead of this race gone. As JW Curtis, that'll be music to Harv's ears, that, and Nando Loris. Nando Loris could be on for a podium, as well as Sparko. As Twooge looks like he has just lost the lead of this race. He will have DRS down this back straight, so the lead could have been his. I think he still will want the lead of this race, as he'll want to gain as much time as he can away from people further down. As there he goes, and it looks like Kyle's going to do the same, but I don't think it's going to bother Curtis. Oh, Kyle, interesting there. Oh, half battling out with Curtis. Down this back straight. So True Stereo is going to cross the line in P1, Kyle P2, Curtis P3, Harv P4, but look at what that does to the top of the grid. Nando Loris has got a podium. What a race from him. Harv up from P9 into P2. Curtis, what a race in P1 after starting P4. Wow, what a final 2 laps that was. Congrats to everyone. Unlucky to Tush Sterry. He's thrown that win away there. As there is our order as Duke takes the fastest lap. What a race from Nando Loris up into the podium. Sparko with no time penalties up into P4. So that'll be our new championship leader, I think. 4 DNFs of this race. Ruben down into P12. I don't think he will be happy with that. So we'll let things simmer down a little bit, and then we'll see who we can get in for some interviews. What a race we just had there, and what a final few laps after that safety car. It could have been anyone's game. So we'll see who we've got in here.
Curtis one, I got P2. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Who wants to go first?
I'm a very unhappy Scotsman right now.
Right, Ellen.
I'm a very unhappy northern
I've got a lot of vetting to
Englishman.
do.
Alfie, mute for a second just for me, buddy. Thank you. Ellen boy.
Right,
Well,
I've got right.
go.
Disclaimer: I've got a lot of venting to do here. I'm
Okay.
really upset. So first of all, Codemasters need to fix their Delta system because I'm coming out of the pits and I didn't even get a chance to do anything, and they gave me a drive-through penalty. So that's bullshit, in my opinion, right? Sorry, kids. And then after that, the race was just trying to get the best result I could. The safety car helped, but then I was in the back of the pack, and a lot of people in the midfield really just started braking at the last second. I don't know who it was, but they all broke, and I got front wing damage, so I was understeering everywhere. I lost a lot of time. Then the second restart, I decided to pit. I decided to pit. I had to do some tactics so I didn't get held up by my teammate. I might be getting spoken to about that one, but
noticed that.
so all that happened, and then I'm just driving around back in like P10. I think that's where I finished. So I mean, I'm happy about the pace. I'm excited, hopefully, to come back to Div 2 because it was a lot of fun racing with people like Bunions and all that, but it just didn't go my way, I guess. But congrats to, I don't know who won, but congrats to the winner, I guess.
Curtis won in the end.
There's next time.
Yeah, I mean, you and Bunions were running away with it. I think you had a 3-second gap for the majority of the race, and then both had a drive-through, and the rest is history.
Yeah, it's just frustrating, but it's okay.
Very good poll, that, by the way. Congrats for that. An extra point.
Thank you.
But yeah, unfortunate.
Who's next time?
Yeah.
What track's next?
Qatar next.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so
I'll be there.
I want to say it's a sprint.
If it's a sprint, I'll be. Wait, so if it's a sprint, will I be starting last then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not a sprint. It's Qatar, and then it's Spain, which is a sprint.
All right.
But yeah, thanks for joining us, and we
Yeah.
will see you next week.
Yeah. Cheers. Thank you.
Alfie.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hi. Welcome back to Division 2. How was that race? What happened with the DNF?
It was alright for the first few laps until I went into the backup annual. I had wing damage, which I was understeered a lot with that. I think I lost my left end plate. Yeah.
Is that what resulted in the DNF?
If I decided to box, change the wing. But if I didn't change the wing, so I went into hards without a new wing.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah.
So then I decided to box again when the second VSC came. I did the wing, and then yeah. So when the VSC ended, I was flooring it, trying not to get lapped. And then boom, went into the barrier again after.
Well,
Yeah.
not the not the best return to racing, but it is a tricky track in Jeddah. Like you said, missing front wing and one mistake.
Plus the next two tracks, two of my favourite tracks, I'm probably going to perform well. And,
Spain.
Yeah.
Qatar's a good
And Belgium.
track. Yep, Belgium as well.
Don't know about Singapore. I'm not going to do all that.
I'll just say get your practice in now.
Mm.
Yeah, it's tough Singapore, but yeah. No, thanks for joining us back, and we will see you next week in Qatar.
Right, thanks.
Nagram? Okay, have.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Nagram. Okay then.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I see.
Yeah, what happened with the DNF?
So I was just driving. My softs were dying. I didn't know what to do, and I went like too far into the corner and hit the barrier, and then I lost control. I was a passenger and hit the barrier in the runoff.
Was this into turn 3? Where you tapped the wall?
Can't remember.
Oh.
Well, I tapped the wall slightly and went into runoff and then barrier.
Yeah, not the best weekend.
No. And then my Xbox turned off, and then in qualifying, and then it wouldn't let me take control, so I left, and then it DNF'd me.
Yeah, I was really confused to what happened there. Because I saw you said your Xbox disconnected, and then before I know it, you were out of qualifying, which was unfortunate. I imagine your Xbox only turned off because of the heat or something, or.
I think I knocked a wire out or something.
Ah, right, okay. Unfortunate,
Yeah.
but yeah, how you feeling about Qatar?
I don't know really.
I know. Should be a better race
No.
than Jeddah. Plenty of runoff.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us anyway, and hopefully we'll see you next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you later. Half.
Hello.
Hey mate, you alright?
Yeah, feels
What?
good being back at the podium.
Well, we'll start with quali. What happened there?
Going to the left-hander, I just lost traction.
Right, okay.
Just lost it, and the rest of it didn't go well.
Back end. Were you on a lap on that final lap, or did something happen then?
I was on a lap on the final lap.
Right, okay. Which put you P9.
Yeah.
But yeah, going from the race, you started on the soft tires, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a great start. Same as
Soft,
you.
medium, soft.
Yeah, I thought that was the plan. I didn't know if you was going to go hard, but you eventually got front wing end plate. You lost front wing end plate.
Don't want to talk about turn 4. Went too deep. Went too deep. Went in early.
Right, okay. Because I saw you got yourself up to P3. I think you dropped all the way down back to P7.
Yeah.
Or somewhere along them lines. But no, great recovery drive and no time penalties. Not something we often
Clean and
see from you.
consistent. Clean and consistent.
Yeah, there we go. Well, I mean, it goes to show. I mean, Tuj got 3 seconds on the final lap of the race.
I feel bad for him going on.
Yeah, we've been there. Fun fact, he stole the win
I've
off
been
me
there.
once in Brazil when I got a 3-second penalty on the last race, but that's a story for another day. But no, congrats.
You?
Brings you back up there. What you saying for title hopes?
I don't think I'll get the same place as last season, but I'll be up there, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, just keep doing what you've done today. Keep the track limits down to
Yeah.
the minimum. And yeah, hopefully you can make the races and keep up there with the rest of the guys.
What's the next race?
Next race is Qatar.
Hey, Qatar. Still racer. Yeah, I hate it with a passion.
Oh, never mind. Well, get your practicing now.
I'll still racer.
Good lad. Right, thank you for joining, and we will see you next
You too.
weekend. Mr. Sunday Jundy.
Shit show. Absolute shit show.
Was it bad at the back?
No. There was some silly battles, let's put it like that.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of dives.
And then
the final
because of the silly battles, I decided to get wing damage.
Which part was that? When the first one when you started on hards?
Yeah, when so starting on hards, I was behind a couple of people who shall not be named, who were fighting into the last corner, and literally one of them lost his rear, and then I ended up hitting him. Lost a wing. Then pitted, didn't change the wing, as this game does. And then yeah, just watching other people try and send it on. Is it turn 3, the left-hander? What's tight?
Before the hair. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm on about. Where you got this little chicane and then you got the left. Yeah, people sending it there, which is just mental.
People DNF there without going side
I know.
by side.
That's what happened to me in the qualifying. When he tapped the wall, I did an imprint. Fucking wheel came off. I was like, what? Unbelievable. I was on 10 laps of fuel as well. I'm just like,
yeah.
But yeah, it was all right.
Yeah,
it was good to go on.
No, I was going to say not many safety cars in terms of what I expected. A full safety.
Nah, with me not changing my wing on the first one, that kind of hurt me, and then the second one literally ended as I fucking got into the pit.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, of course it does. It goes green as I enter the pit. All right. So yeah, that gave me in a little bit, and then I decided to take out bunions. Unfortunately.
Is that what happened? I saw it was in after
the
chicane bit for the hairpin.
Yeah, LM boy went wide. He can't know the curb where you get onto it, and then you can't turn back off it until the curb drops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he didn't exactly escape to the left there, and he came back on. So I went for it, and then he went wide again. I had to avoid him, and then just smashed into bunions and sent bunions packing. I was like, So then I decided what retire. I was just like, well, this is pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So it was eventful for my first touch of the wheel in 2 weeks. So
I start back in D2 as well. D2
I know
reigning
nothing's
champion.
changed. Nothing's changed except I didn't score any points.
Well, yeah. Something you didn't do all the last season.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right. Anyway, it's been beautiful.
One
We're back
last
at
thing
it next
I will
week, can't
ask.
we?
Yes,
Go
one
on.
last thing I will ask. Were you speaking to Twooge?
What in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What was he saying on that final lap when he got 3 seconds?
He's not impressed with himself.
Yeah.
He's how can I put this delicately? He spunked it away essentially on
Yeah.
the last lap of all the things.
Yeah. On the final. Do you remember Canada when he did that to me? Were you racing then? No, I don't
Can't
think.
remember.
No, I don't think you were. But anyway, yeah. No, thanks for
But
joining anyway.
I was that exciting for you at the end?
Yeah,
Just
very.
like I was watching Twooge, and it was like Twooge went up. What the hell's that doing? Twooge was about 5 people fighting for the same position.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, going right last corner. It's like
Kyle was interfering a little bit with 9 seconds.
yeah,
But it would have been nice if it would have been Curtis, Tuj, and Harv as your top 3.
yeah,
Which it was for a
yeah.
brief second, and then Kyle got back up there. But yeah.
Yeah, because he got tight in, especially turn 1. It was like, Twooge, you going 3-1? Like, well, anyway, there it is. Anyway, thank you very much, Jimmy, for doing comms.
No, thank you for joining.
You're all right. See you in a bit, pal.
See you later. Thank you, everyone that joined and watched this race. Feel free to tune in next weekend as we're in Qatar. But no, that's it from me. Thank you, everyone.